Abushia like video na share mo before na ono nso enya bi entumi enhwe na insio yiri hu nsensem a ekosue no ama chese NDC fo epese omo shift blame no edekosua MPP a omo free aban mu almost 2 years nie na eno na akosua menu a ono eye aid to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia when it comes to gender children protection enya semkitwa watimi reveal secret be on the work band loan na chese MPP government then ekogiye omutimi edebe so flood na no a ene eboaye ema omo time no ye hu nse niam bi sei ekoso ewom se nsuo yiri no ebae de nanso no anko to this extent NDC baye omato na jeje mu ama Ghana de share ehwere omo nkwan japade a chese nsuo afara kodie yekase yeka adaje ebeboye na yangibre enkotie nsem a odi atudwa ne bi yenso yadwenkyere efa ho no yemfa into comment section
ye ba ben mu no ena ye hu se no eye World Bank ye din hihye ye koto omanyi ni e ka kiro mu se Greater Accra no Ebia, and I'm sure that the previous government saw it, is a disaster waiting to happen if we do not put the measures in place.
Okay.
Inti area si ina sikakra bia ba time. E dia supati ye the plan e call you plan ye immediate, but World Bank so say ade a wodi be your fotoa e support inti rim flooding other things come to us and we'll vet it. You are honorable your friends say World Bank and you say obi or kase na nye o man nye then who will you believe? Because at the basic minimum no credibility the highest. And we have to walk a certain fine line to always draw down on whatever funds they have.
But when you want to say Franklin any credibility, Anna?
No, I'm saying that you can't make that deduction. I'm saying that it is hard for me.
Because we say or need to say there is a delay from
to listen to Well,
there's no delay from Abayno.
Oh yes.
And where is that coming from? There's even a study I just mentioned. That delay has acknowledged delays as part of the problem that happened.
I
take me back.
Say World Bank in the number of years are pretty developing countries and even developed countries that go into crisis. Ebeka sema nenye wu kwesi wuso a oti echiri can be. It cannot be the case. Beyond coups and other things, we came to a point. 50 years later, this was the vision. 50 years old. Yabedum Pempenswa, MPP made a move. The government of the day, Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development Project, Garrett. What was it going to do? Flood mitigation was one. Waste management was one. Which areas? Odo River, mebwa. Achimota abufu, hosi. Me mama me papa moti Achimota side. Abufu. Shoto bebrea those is a whole yiri. Inti if it is one of the worst ones, yiri. South Kaneshi drain. Dr. Buzia Highway drain projects. Nima Paloma Odona River. All these areas, Atomic East Land, including a early warning system here, okay. They saw all these things and said, Debbie, we need to adhere. Let us protect the lives of the people. And so that was the thinking. Mestre, 2014, 2015, in Sotoy, there was flooding. The president at the time, Osan Katre and say, Wakatre Minister of Finance say, unreleased funds, no omunya day. Build the storm drains. At the time, he added, say, a bit flooding. In so injury biome.
Okay.
Fast forward. Same places. And now what is even worse is other places you never think say flooding. So it's not about blame game. But if we are going to lay blame, The one who secured the funding say obechichire vision bia ebeboa na accelerate the broader vision of 50 years ago. Okofa sika ba ya sa sika no bosia ense wakobo bosia obetua ho interest o. It is different from sika and two ministries, between Ministry of Finance and Agric were fighting over. Sika ba ye juma ni keke na raise certificate na koyeden. O see wo inflation ebeba fominti na timemufo ehun se ono hwe sika so yenti enye sa project na mayenye. So if there will be blame, it will land squarely at their doorstep. Intina me ya say there are certain external parties who may not be directly spokespersons of the government. Some creative impression be. At the end of the day, one government 50 years ago forecasted say we are say the population will grow, waste management will become a problem, problem into yemfa in share to ho ba ko prisika baya enye bosia started project Diana or that some ministry anon only kasa asisia honorable kojo ponkuma ati chire mu so ye 40% pacho e World Bank so website. These things, the World Bank's report on what we did is there. That same World Bank, kase abayo tisui anye. Inti sebe me no minsada minsayemu. I'm me like me okay since touring. So you can imagine what people are going through.
It is well.
Knowing said there's a challenge. But question no bisano. It is suggesting something say if you do not have a plan beyond settings, your own optics will expose you. If you do not have a plan beyond settings, your own optics will expose you. Optics ni tree you're saying. Settings. Say
Frakadam.
As a wo shishe juma no. As a settings here. Unzen ho fe pa. Kama unzen china no nice so. Into ohwa go say girl we there. The maminko buru Madam Fulan Cruiser.
Now a pulley up Lamborghini.
Zuje car na e o se o kosia.
Into when I jana one jana two no.
Me see abai wake based on once a question will be answered based on the national prayer no. What he's saying is what majority of people were bewildered. Say, how are you doing a national thanksgiving when there's been a calamity? Honorable Muntaka said, say, in the history of Ghana, at Renchemwe, it been seen. That's what he said. Now, say, then we have to look at what the warning signs were.
Okay.
Say, minya, the confusion as to where only baby what's the early warning system. I am a back garida. Me who say a back garida NDC communicators any or more lead and I guess leading communicators have a certain struggle because I say no person omu blame me for issue. Oh, they yen share in the history of this country. A Buzia government from the historian is here 1969 to 1972 and a government no at the time Progress Party no a traditional yen MPP for we come from a yen share sabi about Greater Accra a long-term vision initially idea who say we'll have a sewage with system a water system a beye to say na ye tu kwan ya sabi ufru a rimshen eko amanonia ubehu se omu inso no beyiri kra na kire se e bibia sin dia dan nyina omu face. Unfortunately, through coups and other things initially hu no say yan bandena na ya eden ye twem, and this was what characterized Ghana's history for a very long time. Ye ba ben mu no ena ye hu say no World Bank ye din hihye koto omani ni e ka kiro mu say Greater Accra no Abia, and I'm sure that the previous government saw it, is a disaster waiting to happen if we do not put the measures in place.
Okay.
Inti ewiase nyina sikakra bia ba time. E dia supati ye the plan e call you plan ye immediate, but World Bank so say ade a wodi be your photo a support inti rim flooding, other things. Come to us and we'll vet it. You are honorable your friends say World Bank and you say obi or kase na nye o manye then who will you believe? Because at the basic minimum no credibility is the highest. And we have to walk a certain fine line to always draw down on whatever funds they have.
But when you want to say Franklin Kujo any credibility, Anna?
No, I'm saying that you can't make that deduction. I'm saying that it is hard for me.
Because you say or on yin to say there is a delay from
to listen to Well,
so there's no delay from Abaino.
Oh yes.
And where is that coming from? There's even a study I just mentioned. That delay has acknowledged delays as part of the problem that happened.
I
take me back.
Say World Bank in the number of years are operating our developing countries and even developed countries that go into crisis. Ebe kan sema nenye wu kwesi wuso a oti echiri e can be. It cannot be the case. Beyond coups and other things, we came to a point. 50 years later, this was the vision. 50 years old. Yabedum Pempenswa, MPP made a move in the government of the day. Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development Project, Garrett. What was he going to do? Flood mitigation was one. Waste management was one. Which areas? Odo River, mebwa. Achimota abufu, hosi. Me mama ne me papa moti Achimota side. Abufu. Shoto bebrea those is a whole yiri. Inti if it is one of the worst ones, yiri. South Kaneshi drain. Dr. Buzia Highway drain project. Nima Paloma Odona River. All these areas, Atomic East Land, including a early warning system here, okay. They saw all these things and said, Debbie, we need to idea. Let us protect the lives of the people.
But we pretend to be moving. Ghana is stagnant. I am not sure. I would have thought, say, a memory we should not be discussing floods, the disasters in the nature of floods. And yet we should be discussing how Ghana is racing against other countries in the AI, revolution. But yet you still can't say, look, Nkrumah envisioned, Buzia spoke about, broad plans and all that. And the interesting thing is that the very locations are, now you can't say dreams, they are the very places we are still discussing today. It tells you, say, where the problems are. We've always known the solutions. But what has always been the problem is the inertia of to deal with the problems. Now, and I am particularly scandalized by the choice of this administration. Look, fiscal policy does not operate in a vacuum. When you decide how much you want to spend or how much revenue you want to raise, it's for a reason. Ultimately, is for enhancing the welfare of the citizens. Fiscal policy. In fact, economic policy generally, not just only fiscal policy, even monetary policy. Say inflation beba form. Nina is to make sure that the welfare of citizens is improved. And economic policy does not operate in a vacuum. And if your choice, say, we want the indicators to look good. Now, at the end of the day, at Torrenchem say, Abba, I do not think, sir, you have advanced the welfare of the society. What you have done actually is you have deepened the ill fare of the society, which is
into sharp the World Bank report on the buy in May 2026. The delay funding our anchor because near pesa ya woman we fair your inflation CD and near dear agent national a part to blame a ban flooding same year into the Nina finance minister chi. Is that how we are?
That is what it is. We are not arguing say Nipa Bakuna is responsible for the floods.
Okay.
Name his choices. And every choice has a consequence, especially economic choices. They always have implications on welfare. We in year and one years I have always made the point say when you look at the social cost of economic policy, and then they say, look, this is worth pursuing or not. But so you be who is you don't factor social cost into your economic reasoning and say once they say inflation is coming down, once they say you can say the economy, some sectors or subsectors in the real economy, regardless of what social cost it creates, and farming home. At the end of the day, Unim says this year we are voting 150 million Ghana cedis to do you can say flood mitigation.
Yeah, per the release of presidency.
Just
at the end of the day, Sikakrona was saying
precisely. And now there's an added cost of 200 million. If we had pursued Garrett project, if we had done the disbursements that we needed to do, I'm not saying with certainty, but even Anke basic rana, the intensity would have been less. And we wouldn't have to spend 200 million in doing humanitarian and relief support. So, because Ghana is a very interesting country. Okay. We are stuck, it's very stagnant, but we pretend we are making progress. What you must hear? We are in a rigmarole, like we are dancing around the same.
The tough one is say assessments by World Bank. Say fiscal controls na aban edi to ho no nhihye ya aban dia to ho say omo pese omo meet inflation targets ni ade no ehun sunsanso contractors ayenti omuka because so say yetua contractor ka na sika beba na Aide inflation akosro IPC interim payment certificate your contractor, Mrs. Abai when be on bibi wo hoye.
I take what time na 2 minutes and one akosia de cannot say we am na na ya.
No, who na jima no? Who na moderator?
Who jai kasa so
you needed to protect me.
Downgrading.
I needed your protection.
Akosia mesamba ho pacho na
no now also I give me time.
Yes, one carry.
I say she's always supposed to protect me. She's a moderator.
Ebrano kwa de okono. Enti atik lande mame.
Look, is leadership is just about choices. What you say? And media ya say, and like the Minister for Interior acknowledged, said this flood be so that. It tells you that this is a national tragedy that look, I say the attitude towards this is unacceptable, it's uninspiring.
Okay. I
say a fan say, well, it's one of those normal minor tragedies. But this is not. What I say? When we on waste management, we there just 1 minute. Unim say, I don't know, Obi. We discussed this issue, and namely, Ghana is still focused on using landfill sites to dispose of waste. Go to the Scandinavian countries, Sweden and Norway. Less than 1% of our waste they call landfills. Now, what they have done is they've converted waste into a resource, into an energy resource. To the extent that omo waste, and so they even import waste. Ghana could be a net export. I mean, not even a net. Ghana could be an exporter of waste. As part of our management of waste plans, we could be in Crawford exporting waste to Scandinavia because they export waste into their country. But because you have for waste management seriously, Adi high is a resource, even if we can't convert it into energy. But at least you Tom Crawford media waste segregation 0, waste disposal bins 0. Look, and che you see now bubu ya for omutimi sala ya because landfill sites in Suato why and there's no alternative and government is not telling us, okay, policy are ready to move us away from landfills to recycling and all other alternatives are used to dispose of waste. Now, I've always made this point, sir. They said, they promised they were going to diversify the waste sector. Said there should be more players. Ms. Rem Bisa, and saying, how many players are in the waste management sector? How well are we managing waste? Has it gotten better or it has gotten worse? What is here? And what that means clearly, the strategies are being added to Akwemu. For us to manage, for us to manage our solid waste.
Don't worry.
Oh, she's there.
But I think for one,
maybe I don't know.
But what person may catch us?
And on Rasa Bim. Okay. Wasabim. Well, finally, this is just food for thought. Let's begin to think about waste segregation.
Think about me for no country come. Let me say, I'm supposed to go through lessons. Me share idea and say, mini penny, the tree, mwati. But I am saying that Dr. Bawumia go the same day. He went after Nati. You don't even know se President Mohammed and when it was raining, did he go? When the storms were going on, was he there?
Helicopter?
No, but helicopter. I am asking you, say, when Dr. Bawumia dance, you no toy no koyana. Was he there?
So we are comparing the two now.
No, you are telling me that Bawumia went.
And now also in Zio to non confer in Sionum immediately. So Monday no Monday no piana.
Every person says President Mahama so on Conensium Fanana. He went to see helicopter. He went. Okay. What did you say? You are telling me saying no Dr. Bawumia Conensium Fanana.
O say ma in Siono tono no way. Na msinti anko on fancio ni mana. No Monday. We woke up in the morning for the Minister of Interior to tell us say mo bien fifi meboa. Ama people were concerned say na yeah you will feel a threat to our own existence. What do we do? As if we're not
in the rain. His Excellency Mahama took a helicopter in bad weather to see an aerial view of what is going on. And then the money is sensitive. I'm asking you. Aerial view. Because I came fence or far from
drones.
You find the of far from.
Even the risk to him.
So
given that helicopters have crashed before. Even the risk.
In one venue, you are telling us say helicopter no fire near Bonnie.
No,
in another venue, you are telling me say a risk.
You are justifying the helicopter.
But you say a risk.
She's drawing your attention.
But it wasn't risky. She said of a bad weather.
Beyond the risk is the insensitivity. Say nipa da so chire nsuoma edukra walk on no man paying afro in shame. And one cast I say go and no other phone. There be and you one can say and say a fence you know when there is an alert to say you may go out.
But who said na baby now the free ban say this now mummy no nyina to say o man pani man pani e fa wiem no enye the same day na and Dr. Bawumia call out.
I'm just making an
Manenland akosua mesel.
There be some points in there na
oh dear Manenland say e bia wo kan be si na asem so.
Ordinary communicator science presidential
staff. Manenland. Nanaya.
The insensitivity be
what is it?
You will respond.
What is the insensitivity?
Cozy, you will respond. Into Manonland. Into the this no say any the same that I say
they are trying to say His Excellency and code the same day. We want to say in the same way. No Saka said there was an alert. Say inisi a carbon thing. So which is which?
My God.
The person sat in a helicopter to see an aerial view of Asema Esi. In that bad weather, he put his life for Ghanaians to sit in that helicopter to see. Because you see, okay, I'm fine, so we see from. Even in the rain, the storm and everything, yes, Ghanaians were suffering. But sitting in that helicopter, and it gave them an idea of exactly what the level of the disaster was. I don't think that he was even sitting in to protect himself or anything. So where is the insensitivity? People talk at me. Even the fact is that Tisa Yinomokrano, wow, boss said it was a risk to his life. Obia wano ye insensitive, no, obet made in a life at all.
No, so far bad with the moon or see that's even risky.
I am telling no, but you people are telling me, say, no, he insensitive, so insensitive to himself or insensitive to Ghanaians. They should tell me.
See, that was the only option.
To
assess
my Intika, which was the other option?
When
it was raining, okay, give me the options.
Drones were.
Don't give me the options. The drones say no. Drones, no, a take aerial view. He wanted to see himself.
Okay.
Drones
what the bad brow? One casa was a wash. I mean, okay, say drones are then still you are talking about the fact that he wasn't involved. Drones, they know you involved the cry.
You said what was the alternative to have an aerial view?
I am saying, say, so on your drones, no, on sea forms. Do you get me? But you said that it was raining at the same time. You are also telling me that the man put his life online.
Gaslighting a beam. About the money.
Oh, do you get me? The man put his life online. In short, I know and man can't just say I please check your people. I beg you.
And then they were seeking protection. When I was saying, you said, "Oh, what protection am I seeking?"
No, I'm not seeking protection. I'm saying, say, listen to me. Me person never generating to you. Do you get me? Because I am saying, say, give options. Musi nipa ni insensitive. Obi ordinary life at line.
Okay.
Obi a what's not a you a man kasa said the weather was bad.
Who said the weather was bad?
I am saying, sir,
Musi, you don't know what people are saying about the Thanksgiving, but you know the weather report. The weather report says February, as far back as February, it said that there will be flooding. Ministry of Works and Housing.
But Nana, my